Hey, party people. It's Sunday here where I am. I don't know when you're seeing this, when this is finding you, but I hope you're comfy like me. I'm in my PJs, and by PJs I mean my old shirt from when I used to work at Hustler. Don't worry, I was just a drink server. I wasn't like a dancer or anything. Not that there's any problem if you are a dancer, because I think they're beautiful. But anyway, I'm sitting here with my nice warm coffee, and I'm just chilling, as you can see. I have literally done nothing yet today. So this is something I'm practicing, is like just showing up as exactly however I am in front of anyone. And that's what I want to talk about today, which is owning your own energy. This is a concept that really baffled me for years when it came to actually putting it into practice. Like when you talk about it, it sounds pretty easy. Like, okay, well, I'm going to be comfortable in my own skin. That's what owning your energy really sounds like it means. If I had to say, like you're just comfortable being yourself wherever you are. And this is something that sounds easy, but it's actually not always easy, or at least it hasn't been for me. And learning late in life that I'm neurodivergent, and that I just communicate differently. I now have, an understanding of why maybe it's so much harder for me. But yeah, I definitely have felt heavily affected by other people's energies, to the point where it's it jostles me out of my own energy or something, or it's I'm alone and I will feel so happy being me and accepting of all the different idiosyncrasies and quirks and all the things, and then I get around a whole other group of people that it's they clearly act a certain way, and I can sense what they expect me to be like, and then I just go ahead and fulfill that request or something. It's something that I had to really, and I'm still learning. And so actually, definitely still learning, because this is something that I'm feeling super called to at this point, with getting on these videos or being out anywhere. It's I have to really stay centered and pay attention to being in that space of clarity of myself, and what I'm doing and who I am. Just basically my vibration, my frequency that I'm bringing everywhere I go, And so there's also some practices that you can do to get comfortable in that space of owning your own energy, and a lot of them have to do with meditation. One that I was taught that I feel works really well, but I always forget to do it unless I'm prompted, unless I'm doing some kind of meditation and somebody a guided one, and it just happens to walk me through the process, or something like that. Or when I'm working with my coach and she'll say, because this is something she does a lot and says to do a lot, but I always forget, but to cleanse your aura. So that might sound weird to some people who aren't haven't gotten into any of that kind of spiritual or esoteric stuff before, but basically even science shows that there is an energetic field around us at all times. You could also just call it an aura, and it emits a frequency like how light has a certain frequency, your aura does. So basically, and that's how people can sense auras, and they appear to be different colors sometimes, because it's basically they're just we're all receivers, and we're able to pick up on different communications in all these different forms. And so basically, you can sense someone's aura if you practice doing that. But what we're talking about here is just sensing your own aura, which is really, of course, where you should begin with anything, right? Even when you're an artist first starting out, in a drawing class, one of the first assignments they'll have you do is draw a self-portrait. So you could think of it like that. And we're just going to, we can even sit and do it right now, actually. You just sit and close your eyes and take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through your mouth, which just gets your brain into this relaxed state. And then you can just sort of intuitively feel into your aura. And this is sort of like using your imagination. That's all really your third eye is. And you know, Walt Disney, many artists will tell you about the power of your imagination, and like if you can dream it, you can do it, you know? So you kind of just like picture your aura, and whatever you really get is whatever you can assume is there. So like if you see like that it's like sort of shadowy, or if it has like these little, like mine when I looked at it, it was kind of like had like a static in it or something like that. So I'm just gonna sit here and, you know, you're just gonna play with this idea, okay? Like be open to it instead of like being hyper judgmental and trying to like logic, like let's just use our intuition, let's just use our, you know, sense of like play and flow right now, okay? Don't think too much about this. But just kind of feel. You're not like, you know, figuring it out, you're feeling your way through, okay? So and you sort of, so I got the static, so I'm just gonna like, and like, so I'm just pushing my arms out and like imagining it clearing with my breath. And then you like, you know, yeah, you can use like your voice, your like body to kind of like, my coach has taught me to like throw the energy down into the ground, because Mother Earth has this contract with us where she's always like recycling and transmuting our energy. So you can just clear the energy out of your aura and throw it down into the earth, and it will be recycled into good energy and either come back to you or go back to its source, because sometimes we're carrying energy around in our field that isn't even ours. So you could be feeling like pissed off and annoyed and not know why, and it's because you just were around someone who was pissed off and annoyed and their energy came off onto you, you know? So it's the healthiest thing in the world to like once a day, and God, I have to remember to do this, to clear out your energy field and to just imagine you're clearing out your aura. And you can even, so what you want to call in, you can do that to your aura. Like if you want to get into like what different colors mean, and what the different energies are. So like orange is the color for the sacral chakra, and that is the center for creativity, since we're talking about art. You know, so if you're like trying to call in creativity, you would really be like working with your sacral chakra. You could breathe into that area, which is just like right underneath the belly button. It's like the area of the womb, of the center of the creation, which is just above the root chakra. But anyway, so the sacral chakra is associated with the color orange. So like if you wanted to make art that day and be super creative, you could like blow orange, like orange glittery, smashing into things, orange glittery energy into your field, you know, and call in that energy. And you can do that with any other of the colors, you know. So you can, and we could sit here and basically I'll just give you the short of it, is like the root chakra is red, and that's if you're trying to call in like stability, healthy relationships, like the foundational, you know, like of your life, the foundations. So that's red, the root chakra. Sacral we just went over with the orange. And then the next one is the solar plexus, which is yellow, and that's your center of like self-worth and identity, like how you feel about yourself. And then above that is the heart chakra, which is green, but then it's also pink because of the high heart chakra. So it's kind of like two itty bitty chakras, or not itty bitty, but there's like two chakras in one. The big one is like the heart chakra, and then the high heart is a little bit smaller above it, I feel like. And so the high heart is pink, and then the heart is green, which is your center for love and growth. And of course, green is the color of luck and money. So there's like a lot happening in the heart. You have a nice open heart, which you really can't have unless your other chakras, your chakras all have to be in alignment and like vibrating at the same strength for everything to be like truly like, you know, the way you want it. So you don't want to have like an overactive heart chakra compared to your other chakras, because then you'll be out of balance in lots of ways too. So, but anyway, so that's green. And then above that is the throat chakra, which is blue. And that's all about speaking your truth, embodying your truth. I've had a lot of blockages in my throat chakra with this whole problem of like owning my energy around other people. It like causes me to like not even talk. Like I sense that something I would say would like piss somebody off or cause tension or like, you know, whatever, and I just shut the fuck up. And that's not good, because I'm supposed to speak my truth, right? But I can do so with love and respect, you know, but I have to do it like without fearing the consequence. It's like whoever loves me, if they don't, they don't. Anyway, and it's the color of expansiveness, like an ocean and, you know, the sky, like. So, it's like freedom almost, like the throat chakra. God, it's so freeing. Okay, so then you go up to the third eye, which we were also touching on, which is your center of imagination. And this is where people will have future visions and things like that, which essentially is just, it's like your imagination finding a certain pathway, because the future is never ordained, right? It's always like dependent on the choices that we make. But if you like tap into the third eye, you can really tap into these different timelines, which are just different possibilities that your life could go if you made certain decisions, and there is no right or wrong. Anyway, third eye is purple or violet, and then the next one is the crown chakra, which a lot of people say is indigo. I really always picture it as like a white, like iridescent white, honestly. But yeah, so it's known as indigo most of the time. And the crown chakra is like your center of connection with the divine. So this is like your where you get a lot of divine intuition, just like gets zapped into you. You don't even know why you know something. It's because you're connected to divine intelligence, which the universal intelligence, whatever you want to call it, like the one consciousness. And that's how you're knowing things that you have no explanation of how you are knowing. And that's how people commune with, like, there are channelers that will like channel angels for you, and it's all, because all their chakras are in alignment and they're open, and that everything just comes in through the crown and it filters in, and they're able to just whoop, like, it's really cool. I hope to be able to do that someday. But anyway, this is sort of a longer one. Maybe I'm getting into longer videos now that I'm feeling more comfortable, which is cool. So I hope you guys got something out of this. It's so important to own your energy, and I'm definitely on that journey with you. So if you have any questions or you need any like pep talks, just let me know. Like and subscribe, of course, if you liked this, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, whatever, morning, noon, night, all that crap. Love ya.